So that's the structure, flat decisions. Imagine you're running a project, you could make a 5 million call decision on your own right now. You don't need to ask the boss. Why? Why should you? The project decides. Where does this happen? Nowhere. Very few companies. Decisions at the bottom, not at the top. Governance, that's the governance. One question I always have, Shekhar, why I go to companies and say, yeah, we have a steering committee. Steering committee is the one that supports big transformation, right? The whole executive supports it. And it's always once per month. And I why once per month? Who said it should be once per month? Who invented once per month? You run your business per month. That's okay. Your finance are per month, but projects are never per month. So who said that governance has to? No, if I need to, there's nothing that will accelerate a project more, faster, is that getting the executive team to meet twice per week or 3 times per week on that transformation initiative. When you get the leader spending 3 hours per week, the rest of the organization will know that that project is top priority. The rest can. So you can accelerate anything. That happened with COVID. That happened with the iPhone. So that's the 3 parts on the top. Okay, organization, culture, structure, governance. Then we go to the people, the senior leaders. These are the people who don't know how to prioritize. They're used to want everything, and they are not able to say no to this. So every company today in the world, they have more projects than they can ever do. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite exercises is go to any company and we can go together and invite you next time. It's fun. Say, give me the list of projects. And they make a list of 100 projects. Right now, we're going to cut 60% of your projects. We kill them right now. Now, we sent an email. These 60 projects are canceled with one condition. You don't fire the people. The people in those projects are repositioned on the most strategic projects. On the 40 that we decide we're going to, and they're afraid. They say, I'm not sure. And we might hurt some feelings. And so the leadership very afraid of cutting. Once they do that, you know how the people in the organization react? They're super happy. They say, my God, thank you. Finally, we know where to focus. So that prioritization is a very important skill. Mm. The fifth, really important, Shekhar, this is the most frustrating for me. I work for large companies where every time I was launching a project for GSK, for BNP, I was asking, let's give me 20 people, right? To do this big transformation, I need 20 people full-time. I want them full-time. We know that projects with full-time people run 3 times faster than the ones part-time, because you have other things to do and you work with me 2 hours per week, but the rest of the time you're doing other. No, I want you to work with me 100%, okay? You and the other. And I never managed to get a team of 20 people full-time. How is it possible that a company with 50,000 employees cannot give me 20 people full-time? Why is that not possible? I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah. They're doing other things.
They're doing other things and they're afraid because they have all a fixed job. So they say, okay, I work 1 day per week, but leave me my fixed job. Yeah, to business, and in case the project fail, I always can fall back.
Yeah.
When the project is over, I still have that fallback, and so you end up doing hundreds of projects with part-time people, so nothing gets done. Nothing gets done. The best companies I research from, they extract you, they force you to say, okay, for the next 6 months, don't worry, if the project fails or finish, we'll guarantee employment into something else. Mm. And
how will you guarantee without a skill?
Because the skill of just working on a project is a skill that very few people have. It's working with different teams. It's working cross-organization. It's about people, right? The things that AI will do is the other things, but the people not yet. So you build skills that you don't have. by growing in a business. So that's something that for me, it's the biggest frustration is why companies with 50,000 people cannot give me 20 people full time. Why do we need to rely on our friends, the consultants? They give you not 20, they give you 30 for your project, right? And you train them and they go to another company. At the end, you have nobody who knows how to run projects within the companies.
Yeah.
You see? That's a big issue. So I work a lot with HR and say, you need to stop thinking about the past, think about the future. And you know one thing they tell me, Shekhar, when somebody dares to say, okay, I'm going to drop my day-to-day job. Okay, I'm going to take a good friend of me, Iñaki, from a bank, told me, I've been doing 15 years risk management. I have a team of 20 people. One point, leadership said, we found a machine that can do risk management for the whole bank. No holidays, working 24 hours. So your team is dismantled as from tomorrow. But you, Iñaki, you're going to move into a project, big digital transformation, European. He called me, Antonio, I have no clue about projects. Nothing. I just run a team. I know risk management. And you know what he told me after 2 months? Antonio, I love my new job. Working in projects, every day is different. I meet new people. I use my brain, remember? Yeah. I don't know what will happen in 6 months when the project is over, but I see my job completely different. So projects allow you to learn and to new people and new challenges. So once you do the step, you move away from I'm afraid to I'm full-time on this, your career changes for the better.